Today, May 4th, is the day of sacrifice. It is the 8th anniversary of the martyrdom of Comrade Chandrasekhar, who was killed by the antisocial elements who are cheating the people in the name of Marxism in the garb of communists. So, by killing Comrade Chandrasekhar 8 years back, they were of the opinion that they will stop the voice of a revolutionary, Comrade Chandrasekhar. Comrade Chandrasekhar raised his voice in defense of Marxism-Leninism against the parliamentary opportunism. He wanted to have an inner party struggle within the CPM, but the leadership didn't allow him, and he was murdered and mercilessly. But ideas can never be murdered. Ideas remain. So now Chandrasekhar is not there physically, but his ideas are there, not in Kerala, not in Vadakara only. His revolutionary ideas have spread all over India in the name of a Revolutionary Marxist Party of India. So today I salute great martyr, Comrade Chandrasekhar, on behalf of the Central Committee of the RMPI, Revolutionary Marxist Party of India. Today we needed the communists like Chandrasekhar, a valiant communist who stood for his principles, who fought for the people, and people liked him very much. So in these days, we are feeling a very he's much needed today actually. With this coronavirus, which has taken all the countries of the world into his grip, but until and unless some treatment is not there, so everybody is in danger. Lakhs and lakhs people have been are suffering from this virus. Thousands have been murdered, killed, and still there is no remedy at all. Today it is not seen there. Actually, this type of epidemics is the result of the capitalist path of development. Capitalist path of development only confines itself to the motto of getting more profits, getting more money, getting more capital. They don't bother about the nature, they don't bother about the people. So actually this type of epidemics is the result of the unplanned and anti-people development in the name of capitalist path of development. So today all world is suffering. Though the Chinese and the South Koreans have, to some extent, they have curbed this disease, but not finally. They have not yet not have found any post of full treatment. But even then, the American imperialism is attacking China again and again. He says it is a China virus. Though the scientists in America, they say no, it's not from China. It is not made in the laboratory. It is the nature which has created it. But still, because American imperialism want to control China's development, so they are attacking daily China, and Indian one big part of media is also attacking China, which is sponsored by Modi government. So I think so all efforts of the world should work unitedly to save the humanity from this coronavirus. At this juncture, when we are remembering our great martyr, we must all the health workers who are working in a very dangerous situation, who are given their lives even, we also pay tributes to them. Second thing, now the world capitalism system is in the crisis. This unemployment is increasing day by day, and after this virus we come to some conclusion, we control this. even then the economic crisis all over the world will deepen further. There is no hope for recovery immediately. So ultimately, working class of the world have to suffer for a long time. Because the corporate houses, they don't want to decrease their profits. They want to increase it at the cost of the working class, at the cost of the toiling people. So all the workers of the world, all the toiling people of the world, they come together and fight against this capital system itself, which is mainly responsible for the miseries of the crores of the people all over the world. As far as India is concerned, this coronavirus is now daily increasing. People are daily they are caught in this disease. Number is increasing. Deaths are also increasing. Why? Because Modi government only, they are propagating something else but doing something else. Even when this disease started, they have not made the proper arrangements for that. Without any proper arrangements, how to shift the working class from this part of the country to the other party, migratory workers. Without giving any attention to that point, they immediately announced the lockdown. Lockdowns mean lakhs and lakhs of workers are unemployed. They have no money with them, no job with them, and government have made no arrangement for that. So ultimately, it's big trouble for the people who are just suffering, sitting in their homes. They are stuck there. Second thing, the government is not trying to unite all the people. Even in this crisis, they want to put forward their own agenda, that is the Hindutva, communalization of the situation. They are attacking the Muslims. They are saying that Muslims are responsible for the spread of this coronavirus. One BJP MLA openly says that if somebody Muslim comes to sell his vegetables, don't purchase. This is openly vicious propaganda against the minorities. The big part of the TV is also working day and night to communalize the situation. So on one point, the people are suffering from the miseries. They are suffering from this disease. There is no employment at all. There is no food at all. And second thing, the Modi government wants to divide the people on communal lines. A very dangerous situation. So ultimately, we the Indian people, even the testing is very low. We will have a test of all the people, 135 crores of people, and we will see the big numbers of people will be affected by this disease because there is no testing at all, and there is no proper arrangement of this health services, because health services were privatized even before the Modi government. Manmohan Singh government also privatized that. The Modi government also privatized health services, education services, etc., etc. But when you just privatize the health services ultimately, then what you can expect from the private owners? They're only for the money. Big hospitals have gone away. They have shut down their hospitals. So my point is that this Modi government is doing nothing on this aspect also. There are not enough hospitals, there are not enough doctors, there are not enough number of medicines. So ultimately, people have to suffer a lot. So our point is today that when the people are suffering from the economic crisis, from the unemployment, for the just price rise, etc., etc., on the other side, people are suffering from this COVID-19. And people have to fight on both these sides. Third thing is that when country is facing with such a acute crisis, ultimately, the Modi government wants to suppress the people. They are changing the old labor laws. They are putting the general progressive people behind the bars on the false propaganda. They are anti-nationals. Whosoever criticizes Modi government, he is deemed to be an anti-national. Ultimately, many people who are of the very left views, they are put behind the bars now. So ultimately, taking the advantage of the situation, this Modi government wants to suppress the democratic movement also. At this juncture, when we are just here remembering our great martyr, it is the time that we must unite all the fighting forces of the country to fight against the economic policy of the Modi government, against the communal policies of this Modi government, which wants to divide the people on communal lines. And third, to overcome these difficulties posed by this COVID-19 epidemic. On these three fronts we have to fight. For this very thing, Amar Chandrasekhar has shown the path. He was of the opinion that all these things cannot be achieved without a revolutionary party. So we have founded a new revolutionary party, Revolutionary Marxist Party of India. We are to strengthen that party. Today we are to again pray when we salute the martyrdom of Amar Chandrasekhar. At the same time, we must double our efforts to make this party a strong one, mass-based party, a real revolutionary party. Not only we are to make the revolutionary party strong, we have to unite all the left and democratic forces all over India. Without the unity of the left, we can't fight these two menaces. One is communism, second is corporate houses policies, this pro-monopoly policies of the Modi government. So today, when we are just here to remember our great leader, we must commit ourselves to the revolutionary cause. Again, we are to tell the working class of India, there is no solution to the problems faced by the people today without socialism. Capitalism can't solve these problems. Actually, capitalism is creating these problems daily, and they are unable to solve these problems. You see the America, a big power. He always says that we are big power, that lakhs and lakhs people are suffering from this menace, but they can't control it even. Not only this disease, but economic situation is also very bad. Thousand people are without food in America. Same situation is also in Germany, England, France, etc. So in India, we are fighting here the Modi government, their communal policies. RSS wants to pursue their communal agenda. We are to fight here against the communal agenda of the Modi government and also the economic policy of the Modi government. You imagine when the people are suffering, they have no money with them. This government has given just a stimulus equal to 68,000 crores of rupees to the defaulters. Just you see, 4 IRA officers, they were of the opinion that a 40% tax is posed on these corporate houses, ultimately every problem will be solved. Those 4 IRS officers have been suspended. This is a punishment to them. So when the Modi government is asking the people to sacrifice, but we ask them that you just ask the monopoly houses, the corporate houses for the sacrifice. Ultimately, if we reduce their profit, we take their just capital and they expend them on the health services of the people, ultimately every problem will be solved. So my point is, this Modi government is doing everything for the corporate houses. We must try to unite all the left forces all over India, and by uniting the left forces, we should launch a intensive and prolonged struggle against the anti-people policies and the communal forces in India. With this type of activities, we can really pay our homage to our great leader. So on behalf of the Central Committee of the RMPI, I again pay my revolutionary tributes to our great leader, great martyr, who was murdered by the anti-social elements because he was raising his voice against the class collaboration policies of the CPM. He was raising his voice against the parliamentary opportunism which have crept into the CPIM. So they wanted to scuttle his voice, but today his voice is all over India, we can see. And with these words, I again salute the great memory of Comrade Chandrasekhar.